cool. I think I've heard, Jason, didn't you tell me that she's coming up on $1 million raised?
She's $30,000 away from giving $1 million to charity, and 100% of those funds were raised by her team. Now, how do I know that? Because Gary sent her an email and said, I'd love to help, and she said, no thanks. I appreciate it, but you're doing this internally. And so
Wow.
She would have been with us. She's traveling through Europe right now. It's a great story.
Love that. I love that. I love building your business and also doing it in a way that you're making the world a better place while you go. And that's why we have you both here, Alexis and Christina. Can y'all just quickly introduce yourselves and tell us where you do business?
Alexis Hansen from Southwest Florida, serve Naples to Fort Myers.
Naples to Fort Myers. Woo! All right.
Yes.
Christina Ward, Boise, Idaho.
Boise, not the Z sound. It's
Yeah.
the C sound.
Yeah.
I'm getting it very slowly, very slowly. So, Alexis, let's start with you. You joined Keller Williams. Like, you were doing aggregator leads like Zillow leads.
Yes.
So, you got some education and you got kind of the mandate from your coach. Tell us about this.
So I was spending over $6,000 a month on Zillow leads, switched to Keller Williams, and our team leader said, Alexis, schedule a call with a MAPS coach. See what they have to say, have them look at your business. And I was like, okay, sure. So had a 30-minute call. He was amazing, went through the business, and the profit I made off the Zillow leads only accounted to 2 extra deals a year.
Oh, wow. So you're just churning a lot of money, not making much profit.
Right, and as a solo agent, there's no way you can keep up and nurture those leads like you have to. So he introduced the DTD2 contact schedule.
Which
and-
is the quarterly call. Like,
Yes.
you're going to call everybody in your database 4 times a year.
Yep, I text more than I call sometimes.
Okay,
I
that
call.
works. It's two-way communication, and they're in your sphere, so this is all TCPA compliant.
Yes, absolutely. So he said, if you touch people that already know, like, and trust you, you'll make so much more money. So started doing that. I reach out to them quarterly, mainly around the fundraisers that we have coming up.
That's the thing everybody says. Well, if I'm going to talk to them all the time, what am I going to say?
Yes.
And so you started doing fundraising events.
Yes.
Was that something you already were doing and you just went into, or did you decide to do that as a result of the 4 calls?
I did it as a result of the calls. I'm not one to ask people for business. It's not like me to call and say, who do you know that wants to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? So instead I reach out to them. We have a fundraiser coming up. Here's what you can do. You can drop it off at the office, Venmo, come to our happy hour, and that's how I touch them.
I love events as a way to get you in conversations with our sphere, because what ends up happening is you're calling to invite them, and whether they, like you heard Gary, I don't know if you heard him, even when they're declining, they're grateful that they got invited.
Yes.
And if they say yes, you end up getting multiple opportunities. Save the date, don't forget it's today. You get all the extra touches that come with it as well.
Yes.
And you're doing charity events, so you are doing an ask. You're asking them to contribute.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you give us an example? What's your, like, I like the PB&J. Do you mind doing that one?
No, not at all. So we collect peanut butter and jelly for our local food pantry. That is collected April through May, and that is for the Lee County school kids that don't, or that lose access to their summer lunches. So people can drop off peanut butter and jelly at our office, Venmo us, and we will go shopping for them, send them a picture of what we gather, or come to our happy hour event.
The tagline, come on, it's too cute.
I know.
Spread the love. Yeah, as a peanut butter and jelly fan, I'm good with that. So spread the love.
Spread the love.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
So I'm imagining that your profit margins are doing a little better than they were with the Zillow leads.
They're doing a lot better.
Yes.
I went from 9 million in volume to 27 million in volume in 5 years.
Wow, that's a 3x.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you've also, I imagine that the people in your sphere, they see you as someone who's just giving back.
Yes. And people love to give back to our local community. It makes them feel good. It makes us feel good. It's a win-win.
If anybody here, I'm sorry if you missed the CEO Summit, it was amazing, but Liz Bohannon, she talked about the power of building community with our clients. And she said it's very counterintuitive, but community is not something that people get to consume. Oh, I love being a part of this group. People actually benefit from a community when they're asked to contribute to it. That's actually when they feel most connected. So you're reaching out, and this will probably be a good segue to you, but you reach out and ask people to contribute to the causes that you feel passionate about, they feel more connected to you and the causes at the same time. It's very counterintuitive.
Yes, and what's great is people can spend $10 and drop off 1 jar of peanut butter and jelly, or they can Venmo us $100, $200.
There we go.
Every little bit counts.
What's the best brand of peanut butter?
Jiffy.
Jiffy? Crunchy or smooth?
Smooth.
Okay. There's strong opinions around this.
No, there isn't. There's one acceptable answer, and that was right.
Yes.
No, it's
Smooth only exists.
100%.
wrong. What? It's wrong. Everybody likes crunchy.
That's
No.
outrageous. Sorry, Jake.
Sorry, Cody.
We're going to get them boxing gloves. We'll settle it out.
Crunchy.
All right. Christina, you and I have been talking about giving to business for a long time. You do a one-day home makeover. Walk us through how this started. Why did it start, and what does it look like?
Okay, when I started in real estate, I was 23 years old and I didn't have a database. So I started by joining boards, giving back to the community, just working physically without money to help people. And I built my database so big that they all asked for my help, and then my business got so big I wasn't doing the community work anymore.
Oh.
So kind of fast forward, started having babies, and we were selling 100 to 150 homes a year. And I realized that we started this because of the generosity and the giving, and that's what got us here. So the Home Makeover was born. It's like what we do to get a home ready for sale, exactly the same thing, but we just help a family that's had a hard year.
So it's like an ultimate staging. You do landscaping, painting, that sort of thing. Does it all happen in 24 hours?
Yep. We put the family up in a hotel and we take over.
Okay. How do you select?
We email our database and they nominate. We usually get about 10 nominations and we want to help all 10, and then we pick 2 and we call them and interview them. We tell them we're not for sure that they've been, top selected, and we make sure we can really help them in 8 hours or 24 hours and make sure they're a good candidate.
Right, you're not taking on like structural repairs, right? You're coming
Right.
in to give them a makeover.
Yes.
Love that. And I was looking through, like in your one pager, you've got a rhythm. It starts in January when you do the nominations. You work through February, March, and April is when the event happens.
Usually.
Usually.
We're trying to sell real estate too, so yeah, usually. That's the goal.
Okay. Well, ideally the third Friday of April would be the rhythm, so everybody's on the same page. I would just point out, you're doing all of these communications with your sphere at a time when a lot of people, if they're going to think about selling, that's when they're going to start thinking about who they want to meet with to talk about it. We saw that with Alara. She's doing this heavy push into her mailers at that same period of time, and that creates kind of a critical mass of maybe listing interest down the road.
Yeah.
So it's a really good thing you're doing, and it's also very strategic how you're doing it.
Right. It's
What-
a value proposition.
What's the biggest challenge?
I think the event is easy, although people around me said it's not. So the biggest challenge I think in my business is to make sure that we're known for being generous and making that the center of our value proposition. We make people more money. We can prove that. We sell our homes faster. We can prove that. And this is in the listing presentation, like we prevent problems, fix problems. We can prove that, and we're more generous than anyone. And so that goes like right there in the center of our value. So if I'm competing against someone that does the first 4 things that we do, like the money and the la, then nobody else has big checks that we're giving away, and nobody else has paintbrushes and rakes that we're doing. And so it's just making sure that I'm getting on those kitchen tables to tell people what our value proposition is.
Yeah, you're making your brand memorable in a really cool, I want to say kind of Keller Williams way, right?
Right.
You're doing it in a way that puts you at the center of giving and giving back to your community. And you just got a $4 million listing.
Because of sitting on a board. Yeah,
And not just sitting on the board, because you were working on a board.
right.
I saw that you were showing up, not just to say you were on a board, but you actually showed up and did the work. And they're like, well, I want to list with you.
They're watching us, and how you show up over here is how you show up over there. So we have to show up and commit and follow through.
Alexis, would you give any advice to anybody out there if they were thinking about doing this, like where to start?
I would say find something that's close to your heart that you're passionate about. Be consistent with your outreach to your database. It doesn't have to be anything big. It can start small with peanut butter and jelly. Just make it close to your heart.
I love that. Christina, would you add anything to that?
I just start with loving myself and taking care of myself. That's who we help first, right? Being, my health, spirituality, and mindset. And then I go to helping my family. That's the closest people to us. That's what Mother Teresa says to do, is to help people close to you. And then go help the community. And joy and fun grows when you get to go past yourself. But it starts with us, right? And then last thing, Christina'sToolbox.com is a brand new website that was just built in the last week.
Okay.
Christina'sToolbox.com, and people can donate our full home makeover manual, and then I'm teaching a class on how to do it, because my goal is for 100 people to do the home makeover with me next year in your cities.
That's really cool. Awesome. All right, everybody give them a hand. Thank you for building the giving.